welcome to the Todd Plays Minecraft. Feed the Beast with the Monster Mod Pack Installed Edition. I am your host, Todd A. Sullivan from www.gadgethovel.com, and today I'm doing something completely different. First of all, I'm wearing leather armor because I'm doing a whole back to nature theme. But before we even do that, I want to just announce that I've installed a new mod. The Monster Mod has a million mods that I don't even know how to use to their fullest yet, and I went ahead and installed a new one. I saw YouTube videos of people using the Carpenter mod, so I installed that and added it to the Monster Mod, and it seems to be working so far. The Carpenter mod lets you do a bunch of cool things, like build blocks that are sloped, blocks at a 45-degree angle. That's totes cray-cray, yo. Minecraft doesn't have 45-degree angles. Well, that's what this mod is for. It's wonderful. And after you build the plain-looking wedge there at an angle or whatever, you can add textures to it. Like you can add a green wool texture to it. Or you can add pretty much any texture to it that you want. You want your angle dealy to look like oak wood? Fine, you can apply an oak wood texture to it. It's fantastic. And so I've been using these Carpenter mods. There's a bunch of other things you can do with the Carpenter mod too, aside from just angles. And if you, I left the hammer somewhere else, but if you have the hammer, you can do neat things to it too. Anyway, so I have that mod pack. So I haven't been getting much sleep lately, so my cognitive faculties haven't been up to dealing with, and I planted the rainbow tree from the Dye Trees mod pack. That's a beautiful tree. Very rarely you get a rainbow tree sapling from just the regular Dye Trees. It's wonderful. So I haven't been mentally up to all the factories and lava pumps and mining wells and gigantic transport pipe mazes of the warehouse and stuff. So I ran off into nature and just started a completely different project, a back to nature build, and I'm going to show you that today because I think it looks really nice. Alright guys, I'm just about there, so I turned the recording back on, and that's it. So kind of inspired by what Revlistar and I are doing, and by a very lovely drawing that little Nicholas made me recently. Thank you, Nick. I have built a tree house, and that is very appropriate, I think, for the whole getting back to nature and living a simpler life. Oops, little choppy. That will probably go away in a moment. Whoa, really choppy. There we go. Okay. It's smoothing out there. Anyway, so I came out here into these beautiful... Wow, it's still a little choppy. I came out here into these beautiful foresty biomes and found this biome here, which obviously I've been terraforming a little bit because in nature, in natural Minecraft, things don't go at nice 45-degree angles the way this does now. But I needed to plant some trees, and I wanted to have flat places to do it. But anyway, I came out here into the woods, and I wanted to build a nice little log cabin. And if you're going to build a log cabin, why not do it at the top of a tree? And so this is what I did. Actually, I think it looks really. Let me just plug in a little cheat code here. I guess it's a cheat code to manipulate time, but to make it nighttime. There we go. I think it looks beautiful, especially beautiful in the night, with all of the lights and everything in it. So you can see that is my tree house up there. Oh, it might look a little better if there wasn't also a shaft of light from the last time I died right there blocking your view of it. But so there we go. So that's my tree fort, and I hid it. The entrance to it is actually not in the tree at all. Hey there, cow! Get out of my wheat field. The entrance to it is actually not in the tree at all. It's over here. Oops, I left the door open. There. This is a carpenter door from that Carpenter mod I was describing with a with a dirt texture applied to it. So it totally blends in, except for the glass that you can see through. It blends into the countryside there. This ground is concrete. One of the mods lets you make concrete by cooking gravel. Gravel's usually useless, but now you can, with this mod, you can cook it into concrete. And on concrete, you walk faster than normal. Just zippity doo dah, zippity day. I love this. I use the chisel mod to give it the texture, and so anyway, I'm going to make all my walkways out of concrete because you can walk faster on it. It's amazing. This is a ladder from the Carpenter mod that I was showing you right at the beginning, and I applied blocks of leaves to it to texture it. So it's a ladder, and it looks like leaves, and I think that's beautiful. And here we are at the first floor. This is just a storage area. Now, everything I was doing in this treehouse was supposed to be organic and natural and back to nature and everything. So this room is supposed to look like you live in a tree, and I think it works fantastically well. So I was using mostly oak, because oak is what grows in this biome organically, and so I wanted it to look like it was or natural, sort of, or to this area. And so I wanted to build it out of just stuff that was here normally. Although I've imported pine, and I started growing pine, and the coffee table here is made out of pine wood because I wanted it to be a different color or whatever. Anyway, but that sofa-looking thing is all oak wood stairs and stuff, and I think this looks fantastic. I think this looks beautiful. I added green, so I have a green and brown color scheme going on. It looks like the inside of a tree. But it also looks very, I think it has kind of a contemporary look to it, and also a beautiful color palette. And so this type of sofa and coffee table is stuff that I've seen people do in Minecraft, and I've done it before, for years. And you can do this with the vanilla building materials, just wood slabs and stairs arranged in interesting ways. But the mod pack, the Bibliocraft mod pack, lets you add these shelves, which are just wonderful, and you can take items from your inventory and just place them on the shelves. So when I finished building everything, I just kind of put everything that was left over in my inventory on these shelves, or at least a bunch of stuff. That's one of the carpenter blocks, the wedge carpenter blocks on the shelf, and the shovels and tools and things. Just really, really neat. And these are more shelves. On this side, I tried to make it look all garden stuff, planting, growing stuff, so seeds and water buckets and stuff. And then here I just wanted to look like we were actually growing, something inside the tree. So just 2 blocks of dirt, a flower and a fern growing on the wood dirt. Not wood. Wood dirt. What the heck is wood dirt? Just growing on the dirt. And then vines in front to kind of decorate, and a wood paneling in the back there. And I think that looks, I think that's a really wonderful little thing. The wood paneling, this is still oak wood, native to this area. But I used the chisel mod, lets you add these really wonderful textures to it. The chisel mod is fantastic for adding textures to existing materials. And these tables come from the Bibliocraft mod, which again is where those shelves come from. Bibliocraft is fantastic too. It lets you make actual furniture, which is really nice. So, and it's just a hoe sitting on the table, a gardening tool just laid out on the table. It looks very realistic and casual like there. So this is probably my favorite room that I did. I spent more time on this room than anything else, and I really think it looks very nice and organic. This whole wall is just made out of leaf blocks, and so you can kind of see through it. But it still looks like just a screen or something. But also it looks very natural and very organic. These are the leaves of this gigantic oak tree. These are the leaves that are native to it. So it looks, I think it looks really, really nice. And I set up the sofa here so that you could look out through these beautiful windows. I mean, what a view. What a view. What a beautiful, lush, just gardening, natural. If you came out into this area to live amongst nature, to live a simpler lifestyle in the beauty of nature, then of course you want to be able to sit on your sofa and look out the window at the beautiful nature. And this lets you do that in spades. So I think of this as the living room. This is the place where you'd sit down in your chair and have a drink and look out the window at nature. But, these lamps come from Bibliocraft. Again, fantastic. If you want to go get some work done, you can come up stairs here. The hallway is not decorated at all because it's just a hallway. You're just passing through. Why decorate that? Up here on the second floor is the enchanting enchanting room. So here's a room that you can come to get some work done. And again, leaves in the ceiling and stuff to make it look like you're living in a tree. Everything's wood, everything's all natural. This bookshelf is also wonderful. I think alternating leaves and bookshelves make this really look organic and beautiful. This is vanilla Minecraft bookshelves. It looks different because I'm using the Soartex texture pack, which has a new texture on it and almost everything else. But it blends in, and that bookshelf, it's all very brown and tan, and it totally fits with the color scheme that I had going here. These glowstone, just regular glowstone lantern, or just regular glowstone blocks with the Soartex texture pack also fit this color scheme, but provide light in a really beautiful way. So anyway, so this wall of bookshelves I think really looks fantastic and appropriate, and of course gives you the bonus to if you do any enchanting at the enchanting table. So practical and beautiful. I think it does anyway. There's magic jibbly jabbles coming from this bookshelf, but not from the others. Maybe they'll light. I don't have any experience points right now because I died right before I logged out last time, so maybe if I had more experience they'd light up too. I don't know. Anyway, whatevs, it looks gorgeous, and here is an even better view than we had downstairs of the river. And well, there's like 3 different biomes you can see here, whatever that is, with the like stone floor and lots of lava, that beautiful forest of some sort, and then this beautiful forest of a different sort. Just wonderful view. And these bookshelves are fantastic. These are also from the Bibliocraft mod pack. But what's fantastic about these is it's not only does it look beautiful and totally appropriate for a room with an enchanting table and bookshelves and everything, it is functional. This is actually practical. If my machine doesn't freeze up completely, these are actually, here we go. These are enchanting books. You can make these by just taking a regular book and putting it in the enchanting table and enchanting the book the way you would enchant a sword. Then later you can use an anvil to apply these enchantments to items and stuff. And that's all part of vanilla Minecraft. What's fantastic about this mod is you can actually put these books on the shelf and see the books go where you click. And let me put all my books right here, all side by side. Isn't this fantastic? And then if I want this one book to be down here, bam, it actually goes down there. This is just lovely. It is actually a storage place where your books are actually stored, but you can also rearrange the books and organize them. And my goodness, this just looks awesome. I think this looks wonderful. It's functional and beautiful and great. And that is an oak shelf like the shelves we had downstairs, because blank books apparently can't go on the bookcase, only enchanted books. So this one lets you put blank books on it. And so you can take, if I had any experience, I could take a blank book, enchant it, and then put it over here in the bookshelf. So anyway, I love this room. It's beautiful. It's functional. It's not as well decorated as the downstairs room, but it's more practical. And I think this room is really, really great. This is again chisel on oak planks, same as this, except just different textures. Chisel has a variety. The chisel mod lets you use a whole bunch of different textures for any existing resources. So anyway, I have one room left. We're going to go up the leafy ladder. There's another mod. Lets you apply color to oak planks. So this room right here is oak planks with green dye and a paintbrush from one of the other mods. Lets you paint the oak slabs, oak planks, whatever, green. So again, keeping with that kind of green and brown and tan, organic woodsy colors. This room, but now with painted walls, which I think looks really nice. Little window. We're at the very top of the tree now, so this window lets us see the actual leaves of the real living organic tree, not just leaves that I put in as decoration. And this is the Carpenter mod pack fences that I just applied leaf block colors to. I love the chainsaw lets you harvest. When you cut a leaf block with a chainsaw, you get a leaf block in your inventory, and for a long time I didn't know what to do with them, but they can be applied to carpenter bricks and they can be used as decoration here. So anyway, and just paintings from Vanilla. No, these aren't paintings. These are item racks from Vanilla, and I just stuck an apple and stuck a tree in there. So, and here's the master bedroom. At the very tippy top of the tree, the lamp comes from Bibliocraft. The table is from Bibliocraft. The regular carpet is from Bibliocraft. It might look a little different than you're used to because of the Sortex texture pack. But then this is from Chisel. This is green carpet, but the Chisel mod lets you add a new and different texture to it. So, kind of highlight the floor with that. So this room, obviously, this room is more green than brown. Like the other rooms were more brown than green, but this one kind of flips that on its head. But I still think it looks really nice. You still have leaves up in the ceiling to look natural. You still have some oak wood logs to continue that theme. And the carpenter, okay, so normally you couldn't put carpet underneath a bed because the carpet actually sits on top in the same tile that the bed would sit in, so they would collide and it doesn't work. But for under the bed, I fooled it by using, instead of a regular oak wood log or whatever underneath, and then the carpet put on top of the oak wood log like you would have over here. See, underneath that, I guess it's paneling. But see, underneath that is an oak wood slab, and then the green carpet sits on top of it. Well, under the bed, it's a carpenter block with the green carpet texture applied to the block. So there's actually nothing above it, so you can set something on top of it, like the bed. You can see underneath the table is the same thing, a carpenter block with the carpet texture applied to it, and that's why there's a little change in altitude there, because that is a wool block, a carpet block sitting on top of a regular block, and that is a table sitting on top of a regular block. The regular block just happens to be a carpenter block with the carpet texture applied to it. So anyway, if that makes any sense, it's just a way to do a thing that you can't normally do. So this is the master bedroom. I think this turned out really, really well. I love having the leaves, but then having a little indentation there, so it feels like, you could put, like, if you wanted to watch TV in bed, you could put a TV in this little indentation. Although that would kind of defeat the purpose of your countryside getting back to nature theme. But I don't know, you could put something there. It looks it helps to break up the monotony of the wall mostly, but it looks cool and useful. So I think this is a very chill yet very organic and naturey bedroom. I don't have any idea where you get the electricity for all these lamps I've put everywhere, but glowstone is magic basically, so maybe we can just assume there's magic glowstone powering the lamps as well, because obviously you're not going to run electrical wiring in this tree. This is where elves would live. I think wood elves would live inside this tree in a house like this, because the tree is still alive. So just more of the same for the most part, except some paintings. These are paintings like from Vanilla from Vanilla Minecraft, but they do look different with the Sortex mod pack. And here is a balcony. It's a wonderful balcony and lets you see all the different biomes without glass getting in the way. Just lovely. You can watch the sunset over there out on the balcony. And these chairs are from Bibliocraft, and they actually function. You can actually sit down in these chairs, which is awesome. I love what people have done with using stairs in creative ways to look like chairs and everything, but Bibliocraft letting you actually have a chair that you can sit in that is actually functional, that's fantastic. You can get out of the chair with the shift button. I got stuck the first time I sat in the chairs because I didn't know how to get out. But yeah, you can totally get out with the shift button. I had to look that up. Like, how can I stand out? But anyway, so here we are. This is my back to nature, woodsy, country retreat, forest retreat treehouse. And this gives me a nice place to go when the hustle and bustle of factories and mining wells and lava tanks and organizing a million different kinds of ore is just too much for me, and I need a break. I can come out here and get back to nature and relax on my comfortable chair on the balcony overlooking. Well, now that looks weird because I'm sitting in the chair backwards, but now the camera can see nature. Anyway, whatevs. Whatevs. So yeah, and I was worried that coming out here would mean I wasn't using the mods the mod packs, but really, I really am. I'm just using different mod packs. Instead of using factory mods and buildcraft mods and all those technology mods and industrial mods, out here I was using Bibliocraft, I was using Chisel, and the Carpenter mod that I installed. You can see the roof over there. You can see the rooms we were in off to the side there, and you can see the roof is actually a slanted roof instead of just being like a series of stairs or whatever blocks. It is actually sloped thanks to the Carpenter mods. Oh, hey, there's a creeper on the roof. I should probably put some lights on the roof so monsters don't spawn up there. Okay. Well, okay, so I guess I'm not entirely done with this yet. I need to put lights on the roof so monsters don't spawn on the roof. But other than the odd creeper running around the tree, it's a very relaxing, peaceful place. Well, I guess it's nighttime. I mean, heck, I should go to bed anyway. If you go to bed, the monsters go away, because monsters can't live in the sunlight. So that's what I've been up to lately. This is a little different than what I've been doing, but it was a lot of fun. I need to do more stuff like this. Thank you for watching. Thank you, and good night.